There we go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Vape Lounge Live. Uh, welcome, welcome. We've got our usual co-hosts Frank and CJ. Josh, Frank, how are you guys? And of course, our special guest and Devine 83. Nick, how are you, bro?
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? I got chat up, so if anybody chats, I can see you. Don't
Oh
talk
yeah.
shit.
See, I'm slacking because that's like a noob mistake. I should have already had chat up,
Yeah.
but I'm
You want me to?
slacking.
I'll put the link in the chat of Zoom.
Oh, all right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, Frank, CJ, how has your week been? Anything interesting or new happened for you guys?
Not really, man. Not really. Just staying in. Not much. Not much else
Yeah,
to do.
not really much you can do, right? Not much exciting that's really going to happen.
No, exactly.
Absolutely. It stinks, the situation we found ourselves in at the moment.
Absolutely.
But it is important to remember, guys, that we do need to do our part. We need to stay indoors, protect yourselves, and protect others. It's not just about us; it's about everybody else as well. And
True.
you may be feeling upset about the quarantine, but just think about this, guys. You're not the only ones that this is happening to. This is happening to everybody everywhere. So
It does. It does.
you know. But coronavirus is a thing, and it's pretty shitty. It's affecting a lot of people.
Yeah.
How about you, Frank? How you feeling?
Who's Frank?
Oh, wash your hands. How you doing?
Dude, there's not really much to do, man. Like here, I don't know what's the situation there, but like here, it's like everything's just like all closed down. I mean, aside from like some restaurants, but some's just like really limited,
Mhm.
and everything's pretty much takeout. I know for some people, it's just like military's taking all over. I mean,
Mhm.
dude, it hasn't happened here. I mean, we don't have a military that's fun. No, I'm kidding. But aside from that, it's just like really sucks that you can't do much.
Yeah.
But let's make the most out of it, man.
Seriously, I mean, on on an everyday basis, it's hard as a family man to find the time every day to spend some quality time with your family, and make the most of this opportunity. We don't get this much time to spend with our family on a regular basis.
I heard that from an Italian doctor. Went on a program called This Morning over
Yeah.
on
Yep.
and he said, like exactly what you just said, Chris. Like how long have you waited just to spend some quality time with your family? Because most of our lives are so busy,
Yeah.
and now there's nothing to do. Just cherish this time with your family, and
Spend it with the loved ones,
Yeah.
you know.
Dude, just imagine, like, I mean, not to like talk so much about it, because it's a thing, but sometimes when you have like a 9 to 5 job and you you go home, or like any job per se, you go home, it's like you're already fucked up with your job and you're just like trying to rest, and then you know you don't enjoy it too much of the time. It's just like you just want it to like always
Pass.
be a Friday, you
Be
know.
over. You just want it over. Yeah.
hmm
I
and you
got
don't
you.
enjoy it when it lasts.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here now.
Absolutely.
So the
Ta-da. How about you, Nick? How are you dealing with the quarantine?
For the most part, I don't like being home all the time. For the most part, I'm pretty much doing the same thing, only a lot of shit's closed down. Like today, I was explaining to these guys in the Zoom room that I tried to go to work today, but the buses are off schedule. It threw my scheduling off. And by the time I got to the second part of my transportation, I was going to have to do a 2 hour wait in a place that wasn't very sanitary. So I turned around and went home. Other than that, I've been working pretty much just one day less a week.
Yeah.
And I can't stand that anyway. I don't mind. I always have something to do at home, but I don't like being in one place all the time.
Right.
So
I hear that. I'm actually kind of on the opposite end of that spectrum. I deal with depression, so I isolate a lot.
yeah,
So I don't go out of the house often. So for me, it's pretty much everyday business as usual, except everything's closed down, like you said. Um, that stinks if we need to go out and get something. But like we still have grocery stores that are open. So if we absolutely need to go out, we can still go out and get food or whatever. But um, take this time to also realize all of the luxuries that we have in life. All of the little things that make your life easier every day that you can go and pick up from a normal store that you can't get right now. So that's another thing. But yeah, here in Mass, we've got that quarantine thing going, and unfortunately, the virus has actually come a lot closer to home than we thought. There's a woman, my wife's boss, lives about 2 miles away, and she's quarantined for the next 2 weeks because she was exposed. So it's really, really close to home now. First world problems. Serious. No lies. Whole world problems,
Right now, yeah.
Not just first world problems. That's all world problem.
And I'll be back in a minute. So give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, you got it, bud. We're going to go ahead and go through what we're vaping on. Frank, you want to kick us off? Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, kick us off. Wrong choice of words.
If you're not vaping on this, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Axel with the unicorn vert, dude. Honestly, like I tried this combo just now, and dude, it really works. I like it so much now. In that, I have Pony and Acid. What's up? And then next, actually, I just started recently vaping on this again. Ellie Dreamer and Ellie Lucid. What's up with that? And that, of course, rescued E-Liquid Vengeance.
Ooh, I gotta try
No
some
good.
Vengeance.
You guys need
Isn't
to
that the
support
blackberry custard? Or the
Eh.
jam?
them.
What is that one?
Banana caramel candy.
Oh, which one was
Vengeance.
Which one was their blackberry?
Blackberry currant is the other one. Definitely not Velez.
Velez. That's the one.
Maybe
That's the
that's
one
the
I
one.
wanted to
I-
try.
I forgot. I honestly forgot like their flavor profiles, but yes, it might be Velez.
It was. It was
As-
one of the V's.
Yeah, Velez. And then, other than that, what else? Actually, you know what? I just started vaping on this again because I just cleaned it. Vicious End with a dang on top of it. Woo! In that, I have Crunchy Sin by Mr. J's Vapor Solution. It's
Thank you, baby.
I forgot what he named this. It's crunchy cinnamon
Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
kind of yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then last, definitely not the least, I have for AIOs, I have the dot AIO with the Cactus Django. Woohoo! That's what's up.
That's
Yeah.
what's up. Well, Nick, what have you got vaping on tonight? You're muted again.
all right. So I have, I actually also am vaping the Axel Pro. Ever since I got this thing, I fucking love it.
Hell
Axel Pro. I'll tell you the coils I got in there too, because most people want to hear that. Interlock, N90 aliens. Oh, are they N90? Yeah, N90 aliens. Interlock. These are like a 0.11 on the Nova box. The Nova from Geek Vape. And I'm vaping a Friend's e-liquid, Sick e-liquid Sticky Icky.
Ooh.
It's not really available to get unless
You know the guy.
you have a friend that that sells it.
I know a guy.
Yeah. And I got the Vaporesso Lux with the Wasp Nano, and I got a Staple Stagger Fuse Clapton in there. I got to put other batteries in this though. It literally just died as I picked it up. Or you know what? Let's get rid of the Vaporesso Lux. Let's put it on the heat treated broadside. Yeah. So I've been vaping it on the heat treated broadside all the time.
I don't even know what I did with that RDA I built up the other day with those staggered fuse that I made the other night with you. I've got them loaded up in something. Can't figure out where the hell I put them.
Yeah. And I'm vaping a DIY juice from Addy Tooney. It's a raspberry donut that was sitting next to chocolate covered donuts, and it got a little bit of chocolate on the side because he asked me what juice I wanted, and that's what I told him just to give him a hard time, and he made it.
Oh, wow.
So it's really good too. The little bit of chocolate in there works really fucking good. Wow. And I got the Orion or the Orion, whatever you want to call it. It's the Lost Vape thing. DNA.
Onion.
Yeah.
It's the onion.
Yeah. And I don't know what juice is in here. I believe this is another DIY juice that somebody sent me. Yeah.
There you go.
I don't vape Salt Nick though.
No.
So it's not Salt Nick.
No, that's just regular like 70-30 stuff.
It's sometimes I'll get it to do like 60-40 or 50-50.
Okay.
The coil I have in there is a mesh coil.
Okay.
And
so
it's actually a 0.3 ohm, and I hate it. It just eats the battery up so much. I got to get a 0.5 or a 0.8 in here because this is a bit too low for this. It just the battery dies so quick.
Really?
It needs all the power. Like I have to go into the firmware and put it up to that 40 watts in order for it to even work good.
Oh wow.
And then it'll last like 2 hours.
Holy cow. CJ, you're back, buddy. We're just going over buffets. What have you got vaping this afternoon?
Okay.
Evening for me.
Evening for me.
Yeah, that's right.
So the Geek Vape Aegis X with the Rebirth RTA with some Clown Pennywise Iced Out.
Ooh.
That's by Bad Drip.
Ooh.
That's who makes it.
Oh. Oh.
I like their stuff. Never mind. Got the SX Mini G Class and with the Blosso on top of there. And Watermelon Chill by Element inside there. And that is it.
That's it.
That is it.
Oh, excuse me. Beg my pardon. I suppose I should go now. We've got... Bye, guys. No, not that kind of go.
Okay, bye-bye.
We got that dual 21700 parallel Warlock's hammer with the Apocalypse Gen 2 on top and matchy blue drip tip as well there. In that, I am running some of the wonderful Cañita de Queso. We got that cream cheese flaky pastry from Sabores del Encanto.
Do you know what? I wouldn't be able to... If I got those in for review, or if I bought them, I wouldn't be able to pronounce it. I'd be butchering every single...
I got this carne asada.
Carne acida.
Carne acida?
Carne on acid.
The Hexome V3 O-frame with the Twisted Messes TM24 Pro sitting on top there again. Matchy blue setup. Love that. In that, we've actually got the Flan de Calabaza. The, pumpkin flan. And it's really good. It's not your traditional pumpkin like you'd get like a pumpkin spice juice. This is actually more of a squash flavor. It actually has a pumpkin squash flavor to it. It's sweet though. It's really good.
Why are you smiling, CJ?
I'm just imagining myself pronouncing these names. Go on, Chris.
We've also got the needing new wicks, but that'll happen soon. We've got that Vert Life Unicorn Vert with the Unicorn V1 RDA on top there as well. And in that, we're running the Amor Sabores del Encanto. We've got that Café con Leche. And we've got a mouth-to-lung setup going as well today We've got that Squid Industries Double Barrel V3 in gray champagne with the STNG mouth to lung RDA on top there from Wotofo. And that'll do it minus my pod system, which I've got that Drag Nano from Vupu.
Oh my god, I have that right here. I absolutely hate them cartridges. I fucking hate them.
Which one? The standard ones that come with it?
Yeah, these.
Get the P1s, P2s, whatever they are. They're the second batch of the carts that came with them, the pods. The second gen pods actually work really well in them.
Do they slip out like this one does? Like this one?
You actually have to legit push it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
okay.
Not going to come out.
Yeah, this won't come out, but you could feel like I push it in and it pops back out. I push it in, and when I hit it, I gotta push it in. When I
had to do that with my first one.
Yeah.
And that was the coils that it came with. I don't like those pods, but they came out with the P1s, and they hold more juice, and they hold a lot better in the mod.
That and another question with what you're vaping. First of all, I love hexohms, but the Unicorn version 1.
Yes.
What is that? What is that deck like? Is it a 2-post or a? Oh, okay. It's like a Twisted Messes deck, kind of. Okay.
Kind of, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It's really.
I've only seen the version 2. I've never seen the version 1.
Oh, the Odium. Yeah, I have that too. It's sitting on. You know what? No, that's not the one. Got the Odium sitting on the Lustro right now. That's the Unicorn V2. But it's also a really good one.
That Lustro is a good mod.
The Lustro is a nice mod.
I just gave away one of those. I've never had one. I might order one though, because you can get them for a really good price. Or no, I'm sorry. The Luxotic's what I'm thinking about.
Oh, the Luxotic? The NC?
I don't know. I don't know which one I got. I got it from Element Vape for like $25 or something. Not that.
No.
It's a Squonk. It's a
okay.
Squonk, and it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But... I know the Luxotic you're talking about now. Yep. I'm still confused about what mod I put that build in. Oh, well. I have no clue now. Let's go ahead real quick and give some shout-outs to people in chat. Let's go ahead and start up at the top. We've got Red. What's going on, buddy? Vaping with CJ. Hello. Chris Doyle. David Napier. Napier. That's the one. I had it yesterday. I know I had it yesterday. David Napier. That's the one. Oh, he makes jokes about you, Nick, calling him French and shit.
I know. So in order for it to feel even, I called everybody in chat. So I spoke like I was French for everybody's name. I put a French accent on everybody's name so he didn't feel left behind. I think it was like 36 people.
Derek Grant, what's going on? Erwin Kopecki. Rajan, how are you? Kentucky Bill, what's going on? 808 Kevin K. Hello, nice to see you guys in chat. We coming down. We got Benny Vapes. What's going on, dude? Jerry Lawrence, what's going on? Coming down the list. Ron Gaffney, how you doing, buddy? And Black Country Vapor. If I missed anybody, I do apologize. It is KRIS, Ron. It's actually KRIS. That's how you spell my name. Yeah. So that's that. Frank, real quick, before we go on to anything else, do you have any news? I mean, aside from New York. Do you know about New York?
Not much, to be honest. What's with New York?
New York, Governor
city
Cuomo.
and a state.
Yeah, it's a city and a state. Yeah. It's Cuomo did he put it through, or is he putting it through?
He's trying to put it through.
The full-on tobacco ban. Not just vaping products, but he wants to ban all tobacco products in the state of New York for temporarily, anyways. He's hoping that this will deter smokers and stop people from getting, like, respiratory illnesses that aren't corona, because it will help contribute to that, I guess, is his reasoning for doing this. But it looks like he wants to ban outright all tobacco sales in the state of New York. I don't know if I guess I'm kind of behind that in a way where, I mean, not because of coronavirus, but just the idea of banning all tobacco sales in general. I don't want to see vaping go away, but I've said it since the very beginning. If you're going to try and regulate and get rid of a tobacco product on the market, which is vaping products deemed so by the FDA, if you're going to try and get rid of a tobacco product off the market, you need to try and take out all tobacco products off the market. So I've been a fan of that idea, but I don't want to see vaping go away. That's for sure.
Seems like it would be pushing sales out of New York, because I know when I was a smoker, if I wanted to smoke cigarettes, I could just order them online as well, and or just go out of the state lines, because we've done that in Philadelphia too. Philadelphia had a big tax. We have a big tax on cigarettes, but if you just go outside the lines of Philadelphia, you get them for way cheaper, like a lot cheaper, $4 a pack cheaper. Yep. So, I mean, I don't think it's anybody's place to say whether people should smoke or not, but if you're going to get rid of vaping and smoking, I'm for it. I mean, you got to get rid of both.
Yeah.
Don't just get rid of vaping, but if they could sacrifice all over the world vaping for smoking and nobody was allowed to do either, that would be good. But I mean, if you don't want your city to go fucking crazy and pillage, maybe let them keep the nicotine.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the UK is going trying to go smoke free by 2030. But I don't know whether that includes vaping. I'm not entirely sure.
Right.
But
the people here in the United States, the government will, if we were to try and do that, which it would never happen. There's just too much money from the MSA coming into the U.S. But if it were to happen, if they were to try and propose something like that, the government would have to come up with a different way to make money. You know, we're so far in debt that we would have to find a new avenue to make money, and hopefully in a way that wasn't, promoting death sticks. But
speaking of which, by the way, Benson and Hedges, the cigarette giant from British American Tobacco, you know what they're doing? They're claiming that they have actually developed a coronavirus vaccine made from tobacco plants and can manufacture 3 million a week starting in June. So this is what they say. It's like the maker of Benson and Hedges and Lucky Strike cigarettes. Okay, they're
Lucky Strikes.
Yeah, Lucky Strikes, right? It has claimed that they actually developed a coronavirus vaccine made from tobacco plants. And then they're saying that British American Tobacco said that it can manufacture 3 million doses a week in June if it gets support from the UK government. And currently it says that it's currently being tested on animals, yeah. But it's but BAT is calling on Whitehall to fast track the vaccine to rigorous human trials, which could otherwise take the best part of a year to make June the best date impossible. So they're trying to actually pivot everyone for 65.5 billion to fight this pandemic. So just imagine like how much like this tobacco firm is actually doing to actually deter people to cigarettes. What's up with that? Speaking of diversifying, like
I can't. That's just confused the fuck out of me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm still picturing animals smoking cigarettes because they said they're testing it on animals.
You're testing it on animals.
I'm just seeing a box with a rat inside of it and a hole with a cigarette stuck in the side of it, just pushing the smoke inside of the freaking tank.
Not just that, but like imagine what like no offense to like anyone. PETA don't report the show, so we're just talking animals. But like, just imagine like monkeys being stuck in like some room, and then you're sticking up like cigarettes and then burning ashes somewhere there, and then you're testing it on them. Like, dude, like I don't know, Mel. It says that if testing goes well, like British American Tobacco is hopeful that with the right partners and support from government agencies, that they'll put out 1 million to 3 billion doses within or per week beginning June. Like, dude, like I don't know, man. Like you
Let's be honest. That's not gonna happen, is it? Let's be honest.
in
No.
June, like, dude, come on, man. Like, it's not that I'm saying that it's not that relevant in June, but like, dude, you you testing it on animals first and foremost is like prototype stage for like every like almost all medicines.
Mhm.
But like that being said, like tobacco, corona, and then people saying that okay, like we need to like devise a plan so like people don't buy tobacco stuff and don't vape because it's like respiratory illness. We don't want that, dude. Come on, man. Like it's just like how many of these tactics are like going to go on for months,
It's gonna go on until they get what they want.
right? And especially like being a maker of Lucky Strike. Come on, man. Like,
It's gonna go on. It's gonna go. They'll have a vaccine by the winter this year. This year.
You think
So-
so?
We're in spring now, so I mean, Chris, they were researching for a vaccine as soon as this,
Yeah, I
virus
know. I know.
pandemic.
I mean, like, I don't know when they're going to come out with one. I don't really have a prospective date in mind as to when they're going to have a vaccine for it. But I know that there have been studies being done. I know that they were using the malaria vaccine and Paquinil in combination with each other, and they saw promising results from that. So I know that they're doing their studies. I just don't know when they're going to come out with one.
yeah, it's just like you see the studies and then you say like, okay, you see like all this news saying vaping and smoking might increase your susceptible or susception from COVID-19, and then you say like, yikes, like we'll make like a tobacco thing, we'll make this shit and then put on a tobacco vaccine, like good job on that, man.
Right.
And then you have like New York, like on Twitter specifically, like there are people who's like, I won't name any usernames, but like saying, "Good Lord, get a hobby," and then this kid started like vaping, blah blah blah. But you have already a kid who's vaping around 17 years old that you don't know, and you're saying that you're trying to be a good parent. Good, come on, man.
Yep.
It's just like,
That's yeah. So, is there anything else in the news that you had there, Frank, or was that about it?
I mean, I don't want to talk about Kumo all day, so yeah, that's all.
what what did Grimm call him? A communist? Communist?
Basically.
Cuomo the communist. So let's talk a little bit to our guest Nick. Nick, I know that we have a lot of people in chat that have come from your side of things. We got Zion, Jerry Lawrence, I believe Ron Gaffney is from that side of things too.
Yeah.
David Napier. Those guys know you. For those of my viewers that don't know you, why don't you give them a little bit of background about who you are and what you do? How long? Let's give us your story of how you started vaping.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start there. So, I started. I never thought I would stop smoking at all. I didn't really care to stop smoking. If anybody tried to take my cigarettes,
Break their
it
fingers.
would be a fight. I was not thinking about stopping smoking at all. I'm a contractor from Philadelphia, and we were doing a high profile job, a restaurant. It's like a 5-star restaurant in Philadelphia. And one day we went out smoking. It was me, my boss, another coworker, and my boss, just being a boss, trying to pinch pennies, was like, we waste a lot of time smoking cigarettes coming outside this job. If we each come out here, 6 times a day to smoke a cigarette, and we smoke a cigarette for 10 to 15 minutes, I'm losing a day in hours every day. And I see a lot of people trying this vape and stuff. I would get like them blue cigs from the gas station.
My blue.
Like, yeah, I would try. He said, let's go to a shop one day and, get an ego pen or whatever. We didn't know what they were called, but let's get a vape pen and try it out. And if we could just use that, at that time, this was like 2014 or something. He was like, if we have a vape pen, we could vape inside and then just come out once or twice a day for a cigarette. And then, the plan was to just have the vape pen on us, use it inside, go outside when we needed a cigarette. And then after work, I would just smoke. And eventually it turned out to be them ego pens sucked. I kept buying new ones, tried to get better ones, and get a new juice because I wasn't liking the juices too much. And then eventually it was just like, after using it during work, and I would start using it after work, even like in the house. I got a new apartment and I would use it in the house. And eventually I was just sitting there like hardly smoking cigarettes. I was buying a pack every 3 days instead of a pack every day. And I was like, I could probably just do this. If I'm buying both now, let me cut one of them out. I think I could do the vaping thing. And then I was dual using, like I would maybe smoke 2 cigarettes a week, and I just got more vape stuff, more vape juices, found the juice I liked.
Nice.
And eventually I just was smoking just because sometimes socially, maybe I'd be at a bar and be like, hey, let me get a cigarette. And then just one birthday, I said, I'm not smoking cigarettes anymore. So I probably haven't smoked a cigarette in about 4 years, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, just no cigarette at all. Not a short. I think the last time I smoked a cigarette, my daughter was in the hospital for a couple of weeks, and I smoked like a little bit then, and I threw it out. I was like, this is disgusting.
Yep.
Let me just go get more e-liquid.
That's interesting. It's almost as if it just kind of happened accidentally for you.
Yeah, I never thought. I always said I'll smoke the rest of my life. I used to think that I would smoke weed the rest of my life. I haven't smoked weed in about 7 years, something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just don't. I never really put it at myself, like set a goal to stop anything. It just fucking happened. And then when it happened so frequently, then I set a goal like, yeah, I'm not going to do it anymore.
Yeah. Awesome.
But, yeah.
So how did that develop into your coil building and where you're at now?
So also, I'm a recovering addict. I'm coming up on in June, April, May, June, July 17th. I'll be 7 years clean from heroin, opiates, and stuff like that.
Oh, congratulations, man.
Very addictive personality, extremely addictive. Everything I do, I get addicted to, whether it be work, whether it be if we play a video game, whether it be anything. If I get into it, I get into it hard. If it was drugs, I got into it hard. I'm not just doing a little bit of drugs, I'm doing all the drugs. So I just have a very addictive personality. And when vaping was young and you would buy an RDA, it was hard to get that RDA to work good. And you would have to go look at tutorials. And the first tutorials I would start out as Rip Trippers. He would show us how to build our RDA so it worked better. And then Rip Trippers would mention Twisted Messes to get them twisted builds. And then Twisted Messes would mention Squid Dude. And then Squid Dude would mention Homeboy OC. Homeboy OC would mention M Turk. And all of them were saying, go over to Instagram. There's all these crazy builders over there. So I would build my coils, and I didn't really like social media. I would watch YouTube videos. I'm not really a social media guy, really. I don't really like messaging with people. I don't really like the whole like thing. I just don't like social media that much. But when I went over to Instagram and seen all the coil builds, I said, hey, let me put up a couple of mine. And this was probably 2015. I finally joined Instagram, and I just became a coil builder. I would watch these tutorials. I would see people do coil builds on Instagram. I would try to imitate them coils or do them better and put them up, and people started liking, people started following, and then I would get 5,000 followers, and then I would put more up. I would start watching a video from Homeboy Josh, who was a reviewer and also a coil builder, and he put on a competition called Coil Wars, where coil builders would go up against each other in a coil building competition.
Mm-hmm.
And I entered that. I fucking entered it, and I went all the way to the finals, which was 3 builders at the end. And people would start texting me questions. How did you do this? How did you do that? So much so to where they would ask the same questions over. I would always get the same couple questions, like, how did you do this coil? How did you do that coil? To where I would start making short videos and just sending them in a message. Like, this is how I did it. Here's a short video. And a couple people said, you should just put that video up on YouTube. So, you could just send them a link. So I did that. And then I started doing live videos on Instagram, and people were liking them a lot, but they were like, I missed it. I didn't get to see it. And it disappeared in 24 hours.
Right.
Can you just do a live on YouTube? And now I'm like, I think I got 1,000 videos. I just hit 1 million views on on YouTube, and it just grew into something to where I even make money off of it and stuff like that. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, I do a lot of build tutorials, show new builders how to build, show experienced builders how to do weird shit, or just some people already know how to do the builds I'm doing, and they just watch me do it live, and I talk a lot of shit and try to be funny, and hopefully all goes well.
You succeeded at that. I was watching your video the other day, your live stream. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, God damn it. But no, it's pretty amazing, because the way you got into coil building is very, very, very much so the way that I got into it, where you're absolutely right. You want to learn, I had this spark, just I want to work with rebuildables. After I had my first 2 setups, when I walked into my first vape shop the very first time, I picked up a Smock Stick V8 kit. However, that's not where my eyes were at. My eyes were on the Recoil RDA. My eyes were on that and a box mod. That's what I really, really wanted. But I didn't know anything back then. And so I really wanted to start building coils. And then I just started Googling YouTube, about coil building. And then I came up with all these coil building classes and tutorials. And, from Squid Dude, from yourself, from Sherlock Holmes, from Homeboy Josh, Homeboy OC, Twisted Messes, M-Turk, all the big names, everybody. I saw all these videos, and I just started watching one after the other. I started with the basics, wrapping your simple round wire coils, moved in from that. Once I got that down, moved into, my regular Claptons, moved up to fused, and just worked my way up the line, starting with the easiest first. But, I told you about this a couple of times already. If it weren't for everybody that I watched, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. I've learned a lot of tricks and tips and, tools to use when it comes to coil building. It engrosses you into it, though. It really does become a hobby and something that you truly enjoy doing. I was I'm still helping my other buddy. He's new to building, and he's starting with fused Claptons, and I've been helping him walk through that for a little bit. And I remember the feeling that he's going through right now when he was actually able to successfully make a pair of fused Claptons. I'm like, dude, it is a prideful thing to know that you're vaping on something that you made like that. It's it's important, I think, for me to be, proud of what we do.
Yeah. Plus, it's not fun if it's easy. If it was easy, I wouldn't be here doing it, because I still fail at stuff. Yeah, it's the challenge, and the hobby's a big part of it too. Because, like I said, I'm an addict, and I need to be addicted to something. Mm-hmm. I need to have my mind going on something at all times, so it stays off of anything bad. So the hobby side of it really helped through my recovery, to just have something to do instead of. And it's something productive that I could share with people. Like I could probably sit there and watch fucking movies and play video games all day, but instead I have something creative to do, something constructive, something that I eventually make money off of, something that I could share with people. And
it's productive,
yeah.
I'm the same way with my YouTube videos. Like, I never thought I'd get into YouTube, because I was always really, really shy, and But now I'm doing my YouTube videos. You know, I love doing these live streams because it's it brings me out of my shell, and I really love doing them. But my videos, I pour every single bit of creative juice, if you like,
Yep.
into videos, and it takes my mind off whatever's going on around me and whatever's going on in the world. I just focus on the video, and it just helps me cope with my anxiety of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Especially at the minute.
It's a little bit of an escape from reality for a little while.
Yeah, if I'm sitting there, like 2 hours editing, it's it just takes my mind off things.
It's Missy Adams. How you doing? Tweak, what's going on? And Chaos Pixie, hello. How are you, my dear? So that is pretty cool. What is the wildest coil you've ever built?
There's so many I could share. I could share a couple of them. There's been a lot, man. Within 5 years of doing it, within being in build competitions, I could share some pictures.
Absolutely. Let's give the chat something to look at here. Give you guys an idea of what it is exactly that Nick Devine does.
All right. So I hold build offs and stuff on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
So the last build off I built along with the finalists, and this was one of them that I did. Well, this is the final coil that I made. So, boom.
Yeah, I love that coil. I've seen that one a few times.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you do stuff like that, man. That is crazy work.
And then I'm going to grab up another one. Let me stop that share for a bit. And oh yeah,
Frank.
This one is also from the build off. Where's the best picture of it? Yeah, I'll do that one. And this one here, there.
Oh, look at those corrugated.
Dude.
That is insane. You used mesh for that?
Yeah, that's corrugated mesh right there. It's all like a lot of the stuff's just used a corrugator to get it. But yeah, I corrugated mesh.
Wow. That's nutso, man. Because mesh is so flimsy to work with.
Yeah. But when you fold it in half and corrugate, it gets a little more easy. And then,
okay.
Because that, anything you double up. So man, I could go through this all day and pick out crazy. Here's another one. That's a lot of corrugated too. And this is in the shape of a star. Hold on, let me get
Oh my goodness.
Where is it? There you go.
Holy cow. Wow, bro.
And then this is from coil class. I had I had a series on YouTube where I taught all different kinds of coils. It's like 42 episodes. This was less than 35, where I go from easiest to hardest, and it took a year to do this series. So I started at just round wire and ended up at pitchforks and stuff. Here's a pattern fuse binary.
I was going to mention that your coil class series. Wow. Is that a Staggerton?
It's a UFO spaceship. It's actually a coil like I made for a build off years ago.
Oh, wow.
And, I tell people how I did it and stuff like that. There's some braids here.
Nice.
Where's the color of the braid? There's a colored one.
Now, would you suggest 36 gauge for braiding?
Not to start. It depends what kind of braid. A cord braid, 36. An uncord braid, something like 32 or 34. Because braids they could be real. They could break a lot. They could do a lot of breaking.
Okay.
Let me find one more at least. That's a good. This is a big boy.
Is that a half pitchfork?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, here's a half pitchfork. Some square wire in there.
Oh, wow.
And then a snake spine all polished up.
Oh,
And then here's a regular.
Matthew,
Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one.
Ooh.
that is crazy.
Yeah, that's a micro Clapton alien there. And then
So the cores are actually micro Claptons.
the outside's micro Clapton.
Oh, the outside is micro Clapton.
Yeah, let me see if I could find a close up of that. I think there's one somewhere here. I would hope so. See, sometimes I get lazy with my picture taking. I'm definitely not the best picture taking coil builder out there. I just hurry up, take a picture, and be done with it.
That's kind of where I'm at too.
Uh,
I also don't have a spectacular camera either, so
yeah, that's the thing is I actually do have a good camera, and I just don't use it the way I should. And this is micro Claptons on the inside too. So this is a crazy one. That's with simple wires too. This one.
is that a transformer variant?
I guess I would call it a juggernaut. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is a tiger wire that's made into Enigma. That turned out pretty cool looking.
Wow.
Yeah, I really can't. There's not many vape Instagrams that have more pictures than me. I don't think there's really any. And that's a challenge. If you want to find one, go ahead. But I have 4,500 posts. If you find another vape Instagram that has more than that, let me know. I don't think there's one out there.
Let me see here, because I'll show you the most. I've got a couple of them that I've made. Let's see here. I'll share some of mine as well.
Yeah.
So I've got my little Staggerton, my first Staggerton I ever made. I believe that's a Staggerton.
It is. Yep.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. It's got the ribbon wire on the inside, half staggered or half Claptoned, and then fused together with the frames on the outside. So yeah,
It's nice and tight.
Oops.
Nice and tight.
Nice and tight. Yep. Let's see. What else do we have? Probably the hardest. Well, this was unintentional. This was supposed to be a stitched alien, but it ended up turning out to be a stitched mohawk instead.
Yeah.
But the one that I think gave me the hardest problem was my. Oh, I remember telling you about this one. This was a strand of 0.3 ribbon wire that I had Claptoned and then folded it in half and then stagger fused it together. And I did nothing with it. It didn't go into a build at all. I should have used it for something, but I've never done anything that small before in my life.
Yeah. They're definitely hard to even just Clapton.
I know I did one once. I did a 4-core stagger fused. I can't find the picture of it right now, however, and I don't know why.
There's a 3-core there.
Yep, there's a 3-core. I did that one nice and tight. I think that one was force fused. But yeah, I've got some stuff that I did on there. Yeah, staple staggered fused, but I didn't use the proper gauge frames on the outside.
Yeah.
Because you can
It
see
looks
that
like the
little
one
hump.
frame. Yeah, it looks like the one frame is bigger than the other. Also, dropping the gauge down on the fuse would help a lot too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it was my first attempt at one. I'll try another one again at some point. Maybe tomorrow or something. I'll try and dig out my ribbon wire again and try
Also-
working with that a little bit more.
more ribbons on the inside too would help.
More ribbons. So about
Yeah.
6-ply.
I do like 8. 8's good.
Okay, 8.
Yeah.
Now that's I believe a juggernaut. That's what I was following the video on, was for a juggernaut, and that's those are just Claptons underneath with ribbon wire Claptoned over them, right?
Yeah.
So that's those are my juggernauts that I made. But that's about it, really. I mean, aliens are pretty much the most built coil that I have in my repertoire.
Yeah.
But it took me a while to learn how to do those. And you're right, the challenge keeps you on your toes. You know, it's when you increase the level of difficulty, it gives you something to look forward to when you're done.
Yeah. And it's way better at the end when you have to struggle through something. The end result, when you do get it, is that much sweeter.
Are we frozen? No, we're not frozen, are we? Okay, we're good now. So you guys didn't see any of those builds? Wow.
I don't think that's true. I think it's just one person was frozen.
Oh.
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure we were good.
Why is that?
I could check. I think we're good.
I think so too. Oh no. They saw Nick's. Missy says she saw everything.
Yeah, I think they saw everything.
I saw Nick's, not Chris's. Okay. Well, apparently that's a thing. I don't know why it would have shown yours and not mine. Stupid Zoom.
Hey man, it only crashes on you, man. So
I know, right? It's only when I go live that it doesn't want to work. But
I pay Instagram not to show anybody else's coils but mine.
I told it.
True.
Oh man. So yeah, I was gonna say that earlier. I found your coil class series to be very, very, very helpful, and I think that a lot of people needed to see stuff like that, especially the hobbyist side of things. People that were interested in getting into building, but a little turned off by how complex it seems. But you made it look, relatively easy, and you made it, you put it in terms that people can understand, is what I want to get at. And Chris was frozen. Oh.
Yeah. You got to learn how to learn before you learn how to teach, basically. Mm-hmm. And I always say the reason I'm so good at it and I make it look easy is because I've made more mistakes than anybody. Them 4,000 poster, because I've done a lot of coil building, a whole lot, and I've made more mistakes than probably everybody. Mm-hmm. And that's what made me get better at it and be able to teach what mistakes can you make, what mistakes have I made, what you want to watch out for, what's important to do, how to hold the drill, how to prep the build, all that stuff.
And the other
because
thing
not
is,
everybody learns the same way. Not everybody is able to pick up something and just kill it every time. There's some people that are really good at just like whatever they do, they're great at.
Yeah.
But not everybody's like that.
And another thing I like about your videos and lives is that you're not exactly afraid to fuck up. You're not afraid to mess up and throw something out. Like,
yeah,
you and I were talking about that the other day. I think it's important for people to understand and remember and to see that we might be coil builders and you might be seeing these awesome photos, but a lot of people forget that you're only seeing one out of however many coils that you've made, and how many of those were screw ups. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and it takes time and practice. But I think I'm a big advocate for pretty much anybody could do this if they spent the time and attention. If you can spend that time and attention on it, you could do this. This isn't at least the basic stuff. Claptons, fused Claptons, tri-core fused Claptons. I would say that most people could do that if they spent the time and attention trying to learn and watching videos and doing their research. Makes it easy. If the horsepower is powered horse, why not horse force forces the horse to power the horse powered horse? What the hell are you talking about, Frank? Yes, Ron, I mess up every other day. I mess up every day, at least once a day. I will mess up my coils.
Just once.
Yep, just once. And again, that just comes from experience and practice. And I know that you had mentioned it the other day too, Nick, that there are some people who just don't screw up. There are very few of us out there, but there are some people, some builders that can just nail it every single time. And, it, again, practice is like anything else.
Yeah. I mess up all the time too. I try to mess up every day. And if I'm laying in bed watching my fucking Judge Judy and I haven't messed up yet and it hits midnight, I'll go into the kitchen, I'll pick up a glass and just throw it against the wall. I'll make that a mess.
Hey.
I watch people make coils without even looking, says Missy.
Oh, you love Judge Judy? Have you ever seen... Dude, Judge Judy's got a fat booty. I'll tell you that. Have you ever seen that? I'll share that right now.
The Judge Judy booty. He's going to show the Judge Judy booty.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if I told you that. Chaos Pixie, Nick, is my wife.
I know. Yeah,
I
I
did
know.
tell you that. All right.
Hopefully she gets you to watch Judge Judy because Judge Judy's the best.
We've watched so much Judge Judy. Yeah, she says she's def got a booty going on.
Dude, I'm gonna show you right now. It's crazy. I don't know if it's just because he's old or something, but it's funny because somebody sent it to me. They're like, "Oh, you like Judge Judy? Watch this." So,
watch this.
Yeah. So
Oh my God!
Yeah, I ain't playing, dude. Look at her here.
Grandma got back.
Yeah. Look at this picture. That's fake.
What the fuck?
It's funny.
That's crazy.
Yep. That's Judge Judy for you.
That is funny.
Bloody hell.
Missy Adams says, I don't want to see your booty. I love that she's so downright frank about everything. Yep. She says hourglass for days.
She's definitely my grandmother. Well, most older people are. They're just sometimes they're real sharp and real witty, and they'll tell you like it is because they're leaving soon anyway. So they're like, fuck you, you're an idiot.
Yep. I'm a big fan. Who's that? What comedian was that? I watch a lot of stand-up comedy, and one of them was talking about when you get Billy Gardell. I don't know if you know who that is. Billy Gardell. He's stand-up comedian, and he was joking about the game is no longer about can you stay young. It's about can you get old. And once you get to that age, you can say whatever it is you want to say and not give any shits. And you can just allow it. It's just funny to see, older people just not giving a fuck. Just like, hey, yeah.
Okay, so Nick, I've got a question. So I haven't asked a question yet, so I'm going to talk about something that I've really got a passion for. So I've seen your T-shirt.
Yeah.
Wearing a Thor T-shirt. I'm a big Marvel fan. So I've actually got two questions actually. So, who's your favorite superhero, and what power would you have for one day if you could have any?
Oh, I only have it for one day.
One day.
So it wouldn't be invisibility because I would need that for more than one day. Because then you just have to get lucky that you get into a spot where invisibility works. So I guess, flying's pretty cool. Flying's a pretty cool one. You would think I'm not really great with heights, but if I flew, I'd be fine with heights. Because if I fell, I'd be good. So Favorite superhero, dude. I used to hate Thor. Like the Thor comic books, I thought were the worst, and I used to make fun of him. Like this fucking guy with a fucking hammer. Are you kidding me? So in the Marvel thing, I would probably have to say, man, I kind of like superheroes that are just smart and have cool toys, like Iron Man. But I do really like the new Thor. I really do. So I would probably have to say Thor because I just really like how they did that whole Thor thing.
Yeah.
I like the Greek mythology. I always liked Greek mythology. I still didn't like the comic books too much, but and in the DC world, I always liked Superman. Like my favorite comic books were the Death of Superman. I like Doomsday. I always liked Superman comic books.
I remember those ones, those episodes, those issues. While we're on the topic, if I had to choose a favorite, I don't say I have a favorite hero, but I do have a favorite anti-hero, and that would be Deadpool. Deadpool is probably my favorite. And if I could have any power for a day, the typical male answer would probably be X-ray vision. But I don't know.
Yeah, it seemed like you would have to get lucky with that. Like that would be my luck, is I would have X-ray vision for a day, and it would be a total sausage fest. I'd be like, "There's a lot of fucking dudes around here."
Oh shit.
My superpower would probably have to be something similar to that of the Silver Surfer, where he can just use his hand and make a path anywhere and just slide around on it. I would do that for days. Absolutely. Just to like slide and skate everywhere I went.
Cool beans.
What about you, Frank? Corona Gap, I mean.
Hero?
Yeah.
Iron Man, man. All day, every day.
Iron Man? Okay.
Yeah. Because he's rich. He doesn't need any superpowers.
He's rich. He doesn't need powers. He can build his own shit.
No, but like seriously, I mean, it has to be like a debate between Thor and freaking Iron Man because like they're the only like two Marvel superheroes that are like whatchamacallit. Like they're not goody per se. So like yeah, like I don't like those ones where it's like no offense to like any Captain America's fans,
it's like Deadpool. He's not an outright good guy, but he does good things from time to time. You know?
And superhero power. I mean, someone said already invincibility or invisibility and what was yours, CJ?
I haven't gone yet.
Sorry. And then he said X-ray vision. Flying maybe? Or teleportation? Just a bit different.
That's what.
No, I'm kidding, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what Chaos Pixie said too. Teleportation would be mine. Travel worldwide all day.
Yeah.
Or super speed, man.
Oh,
why not?
Actually, got a point there. I can't get a passport, so teleportation would probably be mine. I'd be over there in the UK meeting everybody too.
I mean, how many teleportations until you get coronavirus though?
You only need one.
Just don't go to Italy, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teleport right to Italy and somebody's kissing you on the cheeks right away, both sides.
Hi.
Take care.
Hey, how you doing? No, right now we're getting corona from Nick, man. Just from speaking with him, I might need to like quarantine myself.
Bro. He told you to take them off.
I know.
You're the most at risk of exposure right now, bruh.
The problem with before CJ goes, the problem with Thor is like he seems way too powerful for that whole universe.
Yeah,
when things are going good. It's like, oh man,
he needed like a nerf kind of thing.
Yeah.
But definitely. Other than that, like he's good, but like he needed like a nerf for like a past few couple of movies. So yeah.
What about the one with his sister in it, where she just crushed his hammer with one hand?
Yeah, but if there's not another god around, like there's no beating him. So you either have to have either his brother or his sister around, or his dad, or he's unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So
True.
you haven't gone yet, CJ. You asked the question. You get to answer.
Yes. My superpower probably I've always wanted to fly, so that would be mine, or that or super strength. I think would be good. So I can punch a few people that I don't like.
I don't like.
Yo, that would be good. Good shit.
And favorite superhero. So I'll say Marvel and DC, the same as Nick did. So for me, Marvel's got to be Spider-Man, because I grew up with Spider-Man. I've read all the Spider-Man comics. I'm literally just obsessed with him. And DC, it's a toss up between Superman and Batman for me. I have to say Batman just because I love the Dark Knight trilogy so much. Mm-hmm. So yeah, probably Batman.
I don't really have a DC hero favorite, but I do have a favorite character from the DC universe, and it's one that a lot of people are going to agree with. Joker. He's my dude. Like, I had a green APOC Gen 2 that I put on top of this purple mod just for that reason. Purple and green, bro. Purple and green. You know.
Did you watch the Joker film?
Oh, the new one? I watched parts of it, yeah. I thought it was a different take on Joker. It was a very different take on Joker. It
wasn't so in your face. I mean, I love Heath Ledger. I've loved Heath Ledger's Joker. I mean, I absolutely loved it, but it wasn't sort of in your face as his was.
Mm-hmm.
It was that movie was very suspenseful, and it was creepy in a way. It was sort of, I just loved it. But yeah, Heath Ledger's Joker will always be my favorite.
I found it was a more, it was a little more sophisticated, and it was more of a mental movie, as far as you got insight into really what went on in the Joker's head before those days, you know, and kind of how he was before that all happened, and what led him up to having the personality that he did afterwards. I felt like it gave a lot to think about as far as the Joker's concerned.
It's from a comic book. It's from the adult versions of the DC comics where Joker was what's author, whatever. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I know what it's from. I know where they got the story from. And I want to see the Joker. I actually just watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood today, like right before we came on. I finally got to watch that. Those were the two movies I wanted to watch the most.
Right. Hey, Gravel Throat, welcome to the stream, brother. We're actually over time. We're gonna go for another. You good for another 20? There, CJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody else good for another 20?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll go up until 8:30 here.
What about 2 hours?
No, we're not gonna do 2 hours.
Oh shit! I thought this is going to be a 24-hour stream.
There are people going live at like 8:30, so
and you'll just see me like this.
Yep. Because you gotta remember, like, we start at 7 p.m., but over there in the UK it's midnight, so it's like almost 1 a.m. It's actually 1:30 almost.
Yeah, it's 10 past 1.
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah, you're living in the future.
You're living in the future. That's
right. It's like 3 p.m. on Thursday morning next week over there.
That's like, we've got a potential guest from Australia coming on the show in a few weeks. That's going to be difficult to plan out with the time frame difference, because it's like 16-hour time difference from here to there. They're going to be in Thursday on my Wednesday night, so it's like it's confusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got that going on too. Hello, Xeon. I don't know if I said hello to you before, but hi, Xeon. Red-eyed loon, what's going on, dude? So CJ, you haven't asked your usual question for first-time guests here. I think I'll pop the question instead. Nick, this is something CJ likes to do, and he likes to ask this question, but I'm going to do it instead this time. If you were stuck on an island and you could only bring one mod and one setup with you, what would it be?
So it would be, can I bring a charger?
Of course you can.
Okay. I would probably
You can bring all the accessories.
I'd probably pick the TS, the Defiant Designs TS. It's a triple battery parallel squonk.
Mhm.
And man, the RDA. Man, that's a rough one. Probably the Goon, just the Goon OG.
The OG Goon is so good.
Yeah.
It really is. It still is.
This Axle Pro wouldn't be a bad choice. My favorite Squonk RDA dual is the Dot 24, but it has to have the Trinity glass cap because the Dot 24 regular cap sucks, but the Trinity glass cap makes it like one of the best vaping RDAs.
I've heard a lot about Trinity glass caps. Even the one for the TM24 Pro I've heard was really, really good.
They're really, really good.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of things from a lot of people and say.
I've heard that the Eclipse cap.
Okay, so take this from somebody that's sponsored by Twisted Messes, right?
Mhm.
I don't like the Twisted Messes Pro cap. I don't like it.
No.
The Eclipse cap's a little better. The Trinity glass cap's way better.
Okay. I'll have to look for one of those then. Because I love the TM24 Pro just the way it is, but I've never tried either of those other caps.
You have it on the Hexome?
Yeah.
It'll probably work good on that because it's a lot of power. But when you put it on like a mech, it seems like too much air.
Okay.
But on a Hexome, it's probably awesome.
Yeah. So far, it's been. I mean, the build I have in there takes a little bit to ramp, but I also don't have them power up to like full. But there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. See, I always tell CJ that question is a hard one for me to answer. Actually, I tell anybody that.
You haven't actually answered it yet, Chris.
No, it's so difficult to answer. At this very current point in time, I would probably say this setup right here. The Warlock's Hammer with the Apocalypse Gen 2. I really enjoy that. But there's so many good products that I own that it's just so hard to choose one. What happened? Soon, CJ, soon?
Yeah, he's talking about me getting a Samsung.
Yeah, you and them iPhones, man. You really like those things. I'm an Apocalypse fanboy. Nick knows.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Apocalypse.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Just too
It's
airy?
a couple
What?
things I'd rather not even get into. I don't like the company, first of all. But,
Oh.
but I thought it was, it looks fucking awesome. I don't like the build deck on it. I just don't. It's not a build deck that I really like, which is funny because I like the Turk V2, but M-Turk kind of fixed the problem I didn't like on that with a bigger screw. So, yeah, I just didn't like the airflow. I don't like one big airflow. I don't like that.
Okay.
I'm also so I'm weird. Okay. So, and I know a lot of people are like this too. If my airflow's, let me find one that, okay. So here you go. The Golem, right? My buddy made this Golem. The Golem is made by the same people that made the OG Goon. And my buddy Big
528 Customs?
Big D, no, not 528. 528 Customs actually didn't design the first Goon with Blue Eye Goon. They started to produce it with him later, but this is by a company called King 2 that was called something else when they made the Goon. So this is a lot like the Apocalypse, where it has two big airflow holes. They're huge.
Yeah.
So if I'm very like, okay, if my airflow has to be like this, where like some shit, it's uneven looking, I don't like it. I don't like it. I gotta have either two holes open, one hole open. That's it. I just don't like it looking uneven. Like if the Axle Pro, if I had to close it down, where like one of the holes was just a little open, I don't like it.
Yeah, it's like
Is it by Big D Coils?
Yeah, Big D. Yeah,
it's like that. It's like you can shut down one, shut down two, and you've got just the one. You know, it's the Goon. So
yeah,
airflow like that is fine, I think, for me. But I get what you mean. That I've seen the Golem before, and just the airflow has turned me off from it because it's like so big and wide open that I'm just like, I don't know if I could get on.
It is very deceiving. It actually vapes so much better than it looks like it vapes. It actually vapes really good. I thought that the airflow would be too much too, but it's actually, when you vape it, it's not that bad. It's actually really good to vape. I actually like how it vapes more than I like how it builds. Big D is actually on my coil building team. So, you know, I got a couple of them for free.
Nice.
But I actually got some coils in there that are pretty fucking nice right now.
I don't vape RDAs, but I'll say my favorite is this one.
The Goon 1.5.
Yeah. Still my favorite.
Focus there.
Oh my word. Look at those, huh?
These are Felixes, so they're aliened helixes.
Alien helix.
Let me see if I can get my where the hell is my
Hell yeah, Red-Eyed Loon. 22 millimeter Goon on an NC version 1.34 ohms. That's dope, man. I've actually... Oh, wow. How many ply in the middle?
Probably 8. Yeah, 8.
Wow. Look at that. I can make aliens, but I can't helix with an alien. That's crazy, man. You've got some talent, bro. You absolutely do.
Thank you. That was actually done in coil class. This was a coil class build. So.
Oh, wow. I got the NC version 1 right here with the Dead Rabbit SQ on top there. It's just single coil 0.53 ohms. And it goes like a rape tape. But
you got that button upgrade, right?
Yes, sir. Switch upgrade kit.
Yeah, I got to get that because doesn't it come with like a tube mod too?
Yeah. It I don't actually have it up here. Damn it.
Yeah, I would only get it for the button anyway.
Yeah. We got the switch upgrade kit, which comes with the tube. It comes with the 510 make it non-hybrid. And it also you can buy the upgraded rocker arm underneath. You can buy an upgraded one of those with better contacts on it. We got those in there too. And it just hits so much better and so much more often. Like, I don't know if you had the problem where it would sometimes fire and sometimes not fire. I've had that a bit with mine. And now that I've got that upgraded the upgraded rocker board on it and the new switch, it just hits so much better. Absolutely needed to do that, though, because I was getting frustrated. That's why I never used it, was because the switch kept on, not hitting. And I'm like, this isn't working for me. So I just put it down and never looked at it again until I ended up getting that upgrade kit. But, yeah. What do you got for videos coming up soon? Lives?
Yeah, I'm probably going to do a live tomorrow. I don't know what I'll build, but for now, I'm just like, it's just all random now. I don't have like any plans on a video right now.
Right.
Like usually I'll have something going on, like either a build off or I'll do, the coil class, but right now it's just all random. If somebody asks me a question, I'll do that, or I'll just come on and be like, hey, I want to build something crazy. So let's just build something crazy.
Yeah, as and when you feel.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. What RDA? Gravel throat?
Yeah, Gravel was trying to get the Goon 1.5.
Oh, the Goon 1.5. Yeah. I need a job so I can buy more RDAs. I think that's the problem. Like you said it, Nick. When you have an addictive personality, vaping can be very dangerous because you start getting into these things and you just want more and more and more new things, and it's like an addiction. Buying vape stuff. I mean, I didn't get all this stuff behind me just sitting on my thumb, sitting going, okay, I'm happy with what I got. I see this new thing upgraded, and it's like supposed to be, the next innovative thing, and I'm like, oh, well, I need to get one of those, and so I totally get that. It's an addiction, just like you said. It's like everything else. Anything can become an addiction. Video games, food, vaping.
Yeah, I think I kind of grew out of buying the gear, but like just to get, I have to have at least 200 RDAs. I got to, and I've probably given away about 100 of them too.
Yeah, Chaos Pixie. I never have an overpopulation issue on my shelves. Not at all. Chaos says that's why I sell my unused stuff to fund my new stuff. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. At CJ, a normal tank is like a normal tank, like a smog is like a beer. Same e-liquid and good RDA is like a good drink in comparison. It's that much better, and it's his opinion. Okay. All right, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
I can get behind that. It is. It's.
I just don't. I mean, I don't know why I'm not such a big fan of RDAs. I mean, I like the flavor I get off the Goon 1.5,
Mm-hmm.
but for me, this is just my personal opinion. I think I can get, just better flavor out of say this, just an RTA.
Yep.
Yeah, and I prefer an RTA to an RDA. It's just my personal preference. I don't vape on sub-ohm tanks. Sub-ohm tanks haven't been a thing for me for a couple of years.
Yeah. Yep. I don't do sub-ohm tanks anymore either. If I do a tank, it's got to be an RTA.
Yeah.
I've never actually enjoyed the stock coils that you use in a sub-ohm tank. I think the closest one that I actually enjoyed was the Nautilus 2 BVC coils, and I used those in my Hellbeast tank.
I mean, ignore the juice that's in it, but I recently reviewed this, which is what's it called? The Falcon King. There you go.
Oh, yes.
That is a good tank. That is a good tank. For a sub-ohm tank, it's awesome.
Okay.
But, they're just not for me. That's why you don't see them on my channel that much.
Right. I respect RTAs. I still use a fucking 5-year-old RTA. Okay. Yeah. Can't bring myself to use sub-ohm tank. Stock coils ruined my life. I feel like once I started rebuilding, that kind of put an end to my stock coil stuff. It's the performance is better, and B, I really do think that it comes down to a lot of like a pride issue. Like I said, looking at something that you made and is functional and can provide you with the vape that you're looking for is really something to be proud about. Something to really take in. And I've found that myself. Just every time I make an alien, I feel that sense of pride hit me. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I can do this. This is not, brain surgery for me now.
Yeah, there's I definitely, I mean, everybody's different. Everybody has their own opinions about what they like to vape, and that's like the same thing. Like when somebody asks you what's the best juice to get, that's so
Subjective.
it's so subjective, and there's a lot of reasons I like RDAs that people just don't do, like the building of the RDAs and getting able to hone down the ohms that you want to vape. That because I don't vape the same ohms all the time. Sometimes I'm like, I can't do it hot. It's the fucking summertime. Let's fucking bring that shit down a little bit.
Right.
True.
Or, I just never found a problem with dripping. Is basically what I always say. Is like, I never thought like, man, this is fucking tiresome, this dripping. I just don't do it. I just, once you learn how to wick, you learn how to build your coil. You drip 10 times a day. I mean, I used to light more cigarettes, so it's
Yep.
not it's never a problem. Plus, I don't like seeing my juice disappear the way that an RTA does. I don't like seeing that. I fill that up and I'm like, oh shit, it's disappearing pretty fucking quickly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I've got that problem with some of these Saboris Del Encanto juices, but that being said, I've got usually 5 or 6 different setups going with different juices in them, so they don't go as fast as you'd think they would, but they do go pretty quickly. Chaos says, I still haven't found a sub-ohm tank I like more than the Cleto Pro. I can attest, I have used her Cleto Pro, and it is delicious. That being said, again, still not a huge fan of sub-ohm tanks. But with that being said, guys, we are at 8:29. We are at half past the hour. We're going to go ahead and start wrapping this up with some peace outs. We're going to give... let's give this over to CJ.
Okay, so thank you to everyone in chat, spanners and everything else like that. You do a fantastic job. Thank you so much for popping in. Nick, been a pleasure meeting you. Really good stuff. I subscribed to your channel the other day. I have watched some of your stuff previously though. So really good work, man. And your cores are excellent. Really good. Frank, Chris, pleasure as always, and we'll see you all next week.
Absolutely.
So Frank, say goodbyes.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, currently, so if anyone doesn't know, Wolfbite's on hiatus for now, just because like all this Corona thing and everyone's just like, there are some personal stuff that we're going through as well, so we're taking something out hiatus.
Oh, he got the Corona in his ear.
Yeah. Yeah, the Coronas. And yeah, dude, like as everyone said, like stay safe. Remember, wash your hands, man, and
Don't touch your face.
don't touch your face when you read books or anything. But yeah, like I'll try to make videos every now and then. So that's a new thing that I'll try, and a YouTube channel. So yeah, we'll try that and see what's going to happen. So yeah.
Awesome.
Nick,
What's your channel called?
Frank Wolfbite.
What is it?
Frank Wolfbite.
You want to plug your shows, Frank?
Wolfbite. Yeah, that's on KVTV. So basically, like the
Uh-oh.
that's an book. You know,
You froze up
everything's
there
like
for half a second. We didn't hear half of what you said.
sorry. Frank. So Wolfbite on KVTV channel. So yeah, just some random advocacy show. We go all over the place. So yeah, we'll try to like create new stuff, and yeah, we'll see what pump up the show. So yeah, we'll try to do that. And anything other than that, I'll really try to pump up videos every now and then. It's most likely going to be advocacy stuff. So yeah, like
Okay.
stay safe,
Awesome.
everybody.
Nick, thank you so very much for coming on with us, buddy. It's been an absolute pleasure. We've had a great show tonight. Some really good talks. Is there anything that you want to plug, shout out?
I'm just gonna put my link in the chat right now. That's
Hold
the
on.
link to my YouTube.
Hold on, before you do that,
Oh.
we go up and
yeah.
make you a spanner so that you can actually do that. So that, add moderator. There you go.
And there it is. Cool. Thank you.
Dope.
And yeah, I had fun, guys. If there's, just let me know if there's ever a time where maybe a guest doesn't come out, or maybe, you bored with whatever you're talking about and you haven't had a guest in a while. Just let me know. It was fun. It's nice
Oh
meeting you
yeah.
guys. I subscribe to both of you, so I'll be checking that out. And yeah, everybody have a good weekend. Stay fucking safe and all that good shit. And yeah, just keep your heads up. It fucking sucks, but we'll get out of it. So yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Everybody in chat, thanks for hanging out. Anybody that came over from my channel, thank you for coming over. Don't forget to hit subscribe over here and like the video. Other than that, I'm out.
Thank you very much, Nick, again for being here. It's been a great show. Guys in chat, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure spending this time with Nick and you guys and the co-hosts, of course. To each and everybody on the panel, thank you guys so much. It's been a great show. To all of the spanners out in chat, you guys have been doing a great job. Chaos Pixie, thank you for everything. And Rajan and Frank and CJ, everybody gets a round of applause. Thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure having you guys, and awesome to see you guys doing such a great job in chat. With that, guys, that's going to wrap up the Vape Lounge Live, or the Lounge Live. Sorry, I got to remember the name of the show. I got to remember the name.
Dude,
We've
you always
changed it like
change it
three
every
times.
two
We've
days.
changed it like 3 times, so it's like, But thank you guys so much for watching the Lounge Live. I've been Chris Lethal Coils. That's been my co-hosts. They are my co-hosts, Frank and CJ. Nick has been our guest tonight. And I love you all. Thank you so very much. And it is hump day, so we have the weekend to look forward to. We've got 2 more days. So as we always wrap up our shows, we are going to do the thing. Please, please, please do remember every single day that even if something has you even a little discouraged, you are the master of your own destiny. You are the only one in this world that can pick and choose how positive or negative your days will ever be. So keep the positivity high, keep the smile on your face, and let that negative brush off your shoulders. I love y'all. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Until next time, I've been Lethal Coils. These have been my absolutely best co-hosts ever, and we will catch you on the next one. Until then, however, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, stay indoors, keep it cloudy, and let's keep fighting for our right to vape, because that's a thing that needs to happen. Guys, love y'all. Until next time, peace.
Peace.